You have been responded.
I had something I wanted to tell you earlier, and I'm going to make it plain on this show.
He's going to make it plain
right now. First next gen system that I'm getting is going to be a What's going on, everybody? We want to welcome you to episode 8 of the Jacob and Ashley Show.
The Ashley and Jacob Show.
And we're here every week bringing you the latest in nerd news and telling you about co-op and all the kind of other stuff and Scott WandaVision and the Masked Singer and whatever else we want to talk about. Ain't that right?
Yeah, all the nerdy stuff.
Yeah, all the nerdy stuff. So we're going to get right into it. Hey, Ash.
Yeah.
What you been doing?
Well, I've not really been up to too much.
Okay.
I have been listening to an audiobook.
Ooh.
It's a sci-fi book.
Okay.
It's called Wayward Galaxy.
Wayward Galaxy.
Yes.
Okay.
It is very interesting. I am not that far into it, but so far it's been pretty crazy from almost the jump.
Now, you're going to have to explain what this is to the people because this is a you thing right here.
Okay. So a company of Army Rangers are sent to secure a foothold on an alien planet. Mm-hmm. They left behind Earth where their people were warring with another nation.
Okay.
It's unclear who they were warring with so far.
Okay.
Like, I'm not sure what nation it was, what it was. I don't know.
Okay.
They spend 40 years in cryosleep and wake up to confusion and serious danger.
Okay. So, okay. So hold on. I'm try to figure this out. So you said you got the Marines is going somewhere for war, right?
Mm-hmm, a company of Army Rangers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, were they supposed to be in cryo sleep for 40 years?
That I don't know, because what they find on the planet makes me think that they weren't.
Okay.
Because I'm going to get there, but like they wake up with an AI telling them everything that they are supposed to be doing.
Okay.
And also with their bodies and their minds enhanced to be stronger and smarter.
Now, who enhanced them?
Technically at the beginning, we don't know.
Okay. So just leave that out then.
I guess so. Yeah.
It's a spoiler.
Listen. That their bodies and minds are enhanced is a spoiler.
This is going to be a regular reoccurrence. Just know, Ashley is really bad with spoilers. All right, go ahead.
Okay, then I won't say the next part.
Okay.
So, either way, it seems like the same enemy that was back on Earth somehow beat them to the planet.
Ooh.
So, we don't know how this happened or why it happened. I don't know. Did they know about the 40 years or did they not? I'm not really sure.
Okay, so now the main character, did he get any, like, I know you said enhancements, like what kind of enhancements did the main character end up getting?
He got more than what everybody else got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like what? What he got?
Like super speed.
What kind of super speed we talk? We talking like Quicksilver, Flash?
He's like
super speed.
Yeah, like he's like flying and the wind is just like against his skin, like he's going fast. He's fast and he's strong.
Okay. How strong is he? Like, give me an example.
I don't know. I just know that he took out like.
Nah, I need to know. Like, can he like swing a tree trunk around?
I don't know. We haven't got there. He's still finding out everything he can do.
Okay.
So I don't know if he can do that kind of stuff, but I just know that he can fight like better than Rambo.
Okay. Now that's Wayward Galaxy.
Yeah, Wayward Galaxy.
Okay. That's interesting. Audiobook Wayward Galaxy. Anything
by Jason Anspach. And J.N. Chaney.
Okay.
I'm not good with names.
Anything else you wanted to say before we moved on from that?
It's a really good. I think it's a really good audiobook. So far, I like a little bit of mystery. Like, I don't like to know what the heck is going on right at the beginning. And so far, I am kind of in the dark. I am confused and I don't know what's going on, and neither do the characters in the book. So, I mean, I think it's a good starter. Like, if you want to listen to a sci-fi book, this is something good, and it'll probably keep you listening because you really want to know what the heck is going on.
Okay. Well, sweet.
Yeah. So, Jacob, now that I'm done talking about what I've been doing, what have you been doing?
I have been I got back into Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Oh yeah, I like that game.
Yeah, I like it too. Enough that I'm actually playing it twice. Now, Fire Emblem is a tactical RPG. Okay. And what that means is you basically, imagine like glorified chess. So obviously if everybody's watching on YouTube, so we'll have the gameplay up, but basically you move different units and they do different things. You have magic units, sword units, lance, horse riders. Eventually you get like, what are they called? The flying horses. I like them though. That's like one of my.
I just want to call it Pegasus.
Yeah, that's what it is. Pegasus. You get the Pegasus class, and you get some other stuff in there too. The way that they do it though is the first half you're like a teacher in the school, and then the second half there is basically a time split. There are a total of 4 different stories depending on which class you pick, and then in one of the classes there's also there's a branching path in there.
Yeah.
So the first time I did it, I did the Golden Deer, and that was with my boy Claude.
I don't remember who I did.
You did the Blue Lions with Dimitri, the blonde haired kid.
I thought I did the girl.
No, you did Dimitri, the blue. You did the blue class, and did the blonde haired kid.
Dimitri?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's the class you picked.
I thought I did with the blonde haired guy.
Yes, the blonde haired guy is Dimitri.
Who'd you do?
I did Claude.
Oh, the one with the yellow.
Yeah.
They're yellow and I was blue.
Yes.
Okay, I think I remember that. I like that game a lot. I wasn't too fond of the battle system because it could take a long time.
Yeah, it was funny because when I was talking to Ashley and I got back into it, she was upset because the battles take a long time. Sometimes they do.
I love
but
the
she
stories.
But she didn't know that you could suspend the battles like midway and just come back whenever you wanted.
I had no idea. I could go and like just do the game and then come back to the battle.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, you could literally stop. Like say you're like 18 rounds turns into it. You could literally suspend the battle, completely quit out the game, go play other games, and then come back.
Oh, go play like another game. I can't just continue on with the story of the game.
No. You have to finish the battle, but you can at least just quit out and then go do something else. Like if you just want to do something else on your Switch.
I think I knew that. I did do that.
I don't think you've ever done that.
As
much as I remember you playing now.
Maybe you're right.
I think you just like.
I wasn't really playing anything else during Fire Emblem though, so I didn't have no games to like for a reason to suspend it and go out.
That's true.
But yeah, I like the stories in between the characters a lot in that game.
Yeah, it's interesting because basically each path that you choose creates a different timeline. So in the Golden Deer, you're doing something different, and then Blue Lions you're doing. And I picked the Black Eagles this time. And so it's all completely different. You get to see different perspectives and things like that. I love the title. I love the games. Yeah. So
I really enjoyed. The thing that made me keep going with that game is that I really loved the connection with the characters that you made. Yeah. And the different things that you could do to connect with them and all that stuff. I like that stuff.
You know what's funny is I saw a meme the other day on Reddit, and it was talking about in the GBA games, the Game Boy Advance games, and you used to have to do support in the middle of battle.
Huh? Like you be like, hey, you guys.
Yes, literally. So like while they were fighting next to each other, blocking, then you'd have to choose an option for support, and they would literally talk and do their support mid battle. Yeah, they've changed it in the past couple of iterations, and Fire Emblem Three Houses is probably their most ambitious portion because now you get to like run through the school and everything, and talk to all the students and go see a whole lot of stuff in there, and that's where basically the support is. They still build up support in battle.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm like, they technically still do support in battle, just in a different way.
Because of how the support system is in the game, this is why I keep trying to get you into Persona. Persona has the same kind of support system, and it has the same kind of like where you have two sides of yourself. You have the battle system, and then you also have the support system living your life doing the stuff.
Look, have you ever read To Kill a Mockingbird?
No.
Well, that book, it starts off so slow and boring. that when I started playing Persona, that's kind of how I felt.
Actually,
I just like
hold on.
did not
No.
I
I'm
didn't
not
like
gonna let
how
you
it
finish this.
started.
I'm not gonna let you finish these falsities and these lies.
I just didn't like
I
how
tried
it
to get you. No.
started.
I tried to get you into the game. You didn't start it till like 10, 11 o'clock. You was on your phone. It was literally a 5-minute opener. You were sitting
it
there
was just
on
a
your phone.
start.
You just had to.
I didn't like
you
how they
ain't
was
even
talking and stuff. I'm like,
fam.
ugh.
You have to play it an hour minimum.
It was
to
hard.
get into it. You didn't even give it 5 real minutes.
I think it was just the fact that you bought it for me. And I know it was just kind of not nice to just automatically just not like the gift you bought me.
It was a Christmas gift. You will play it.
But the thing is that I think you just threw me off so much. I was just like, I was not anywhere in the mindset to want to play this game. I have never told you that I wanted to play anything of sorts of Persona.
Based on what you like. All I'm going to say is this. There's a reason why Fire Emblem and Persona have a crossover.
I guess so. I just really like, Fire Emblem. And like Fire Emblem, I felt like it was just a special, what do you call it? Exception of why I liked playing it.
The only thing you didn't like about Fire Emblem was the battle system. Persona has a better battle system for you.
I'm going to get there. But I just got a lot of other games that I'd rather play right now. So I'll get there
once you get
when
there,
I run out of the games I want to play more than that.
Once you get there, you're going to be mad. You're like, I'm mad I put this off for so long. It's just like the same thing when you did with, what's that thing called?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Where you were Breath of the Wild. I tried to get you into Breath of the Wild, and it took you forever to get into it. Then you got into
I'm sorry.
it. Man, don't be sorry to me. Be sorry to yourself. You ain't got nothing to apologize to me for.
Sometimes when certain gaming companies have scarred me into not wanting to play their games, I just shut them down. Okay. I'm just like, you've done too much that I don't like or I'm not really interested in.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to move on to what we've been co-oping together, working title. And this week, we're still not playing a game. We're going to talk about Masked Singer. I know I said that this thing was never going to, like, it may not be a game. And then we've just like WandaVision. I think, no, we had Stardew Valley 1 week, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. We had Stardew Valley 1 week. And then now we're on The Masked Singer.
Yay. The show that Jacob stole from me.
I didn't steal anything. It just happens to come on it just comes out on my rehearsal night. Can't help that.
I can't even watch it. And I have to avoid spoilers. I hate watching shows I have to avoid spoilers on.
You know what? I'm not going to fight you about it. Okay, we're going to talk about
I'm going to fight you.
As
bare knuckle.
Whatever. You don't want none of these hands. Anyway, as always, spoilers. We're going to talk about spoilers for episode 1, the season premiere.
Yeah.
We're going to go in depth. Actually, you can actually stick around for a little bit. Actually, nah, it's whatever.
I mean, technically, you can stick around until the end of when we say who got a mask.
Who left and who got a mask.
Yeah.
Okay. So we had 5. We had the group A, 5 people. Actually, who were the 5 people?
It was the Russian dolls.
Yeah, that was an interesting set. Because the Russian doll came out and it like slid across, right?
Yes,
and then
it like rolled out.
Yeah, it wasn't rolling though. Like it was flat to the ground. It slid. That's why I said it slid out.
I mean, there was wheels on it. You just couldn't see them.
Probably. And then they had the cool little mouth thing.
Yeah, like the little wooden nutcracker mouth.
Yes, that was sweet. And then when the Russian doll started singing,
I was thrown
because
they were talking like they were a woman.
Well,
at the beginning.
They've done that a couple because was it Seal? Seal did that before.
Yeah, but we went back and forth like, is it a woman? Is it a man? Is it a woman? Is it a man? But this one, like they started talking, and that was a woman. And then when they started singing, it was like, that's not a woman.
Well, yeah. And then there was a second one though too
that came out from behind.
Yeah. So there's 2 Russian dolls. Who's the next one?
And then the next one was the snail.
Okay, now the snail, they rolled out. Everybody was guessing while they were out. They're like, because there's so many different voices rolled up into one, and you really didn't know. You really don't know who the snail is.
All I was like, I think it's an old dude.
Yeah,
but I don't know who the old dude is. I did say it kind of sounds like Kermit the Frog when he was singing.
Just a little bit.
I was like, he sounds like Kermit the Frog. And then I guess Steven Gutenberg. That was way off.
I thought there wasn't. No, that was somebody else. Okay, then who was next?
The next person was the Shell.
The Shells.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that was our daughter's favorite person was the Shells.
She loved
and
how
I think
pretty she
they
looked.
were guessing what I think we said we were agreeing with the Hillary Duff pick for them.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I got no idea.
Okay. Did you have a guess for the Russian dolls, by the way? I know we're kind of jumping through it.
No, I had no idea.
Okay.
I tried to guess, and I was like, it just keeps getting harder every season. Like the first season, I literally named like a couple people in one episode.
Did you see that they gave them basically what equates to a Masked Singer swear jar?
Oh,
where
yeah.
they couldn't say, if they said Jamie Foxx, Bjork, who was the other one that they always say? Like they always say them every year. Lindsay Lohan.
The guy that was in Jack A.
Not Steve-O, Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, they were like, if you say any of these 4 people, we got to put $50 in the fishbowl, which makes me think that one of those 4 people
might be actually in it this year.
Because I think that's what brings me back to the Shells person. Because didn't one of them say Lindsay Lohan, and that's why she put 50 in there?
I don't remember Lindsay Lohan being a person they always pick.
I'm pretty sure she said Lindsay Lohan.
No, it wasn't Lindsay Lohan. She guessed for somebody else, the porcupine.
Oh, that's right. Keep going. Who's the next one?
The next person is the raccoon.
Okay.
I think it's Gary Busey.
Now, first of all, the raccoon was the worst performance of the evening.
Woo! It was hard.
What was he
I was
singing?
like, this dude cannot sing. He was like, don't say that in front of KK. Don't criticize. I'm like, I'm sorry. If she has ears, she knows what's happening.
What was he saying? He was like, that's what I
I don't remember what song he was singing.
so
but it was
so bad.
Nothing was in
Ashley,
tune.
I was like, don't say that for the right. I was like, she's like, is he bad or is he not? I was like, that's what so bad. That man was so bad.
Right before Nicole I can't say her name.
Scherzinger.
Right before she said it, I was like, I feel like I know who it is, and I was like, Gary Busey, and then she said it right after me. And I was like, that's who it is.
You got to give it to me one more time.
Oh my goodness!
All right. So who was next?
The next one was the Robopine.
Yeah,
which was a porcupine / robot.
Yeah, they introduced it as a porcupine. Then he goes out there and is like, have you heard? I forget, he did something with the dancers, the background dancers or whatever, the suits. And they're like, tell them. And then he's like, I'm actually the Robopine. Surprise. My guess right now is Cedric the Entertainer.
Whew. I don't gotta guess.
It is somebody I know, and if it's not Cedric the Entertainer, and I'm only like 50% on Cedric the Entertainer, but it's somebody that I know, and if I don't figure this out before they pull his mask off, I am going to be so upset at myself.
I need at least like one more episode with this first group because they're really hard to guess. I have no idea who the porcupine is, but I know his voice sounds so familiar.
Yeah.
It's like on the tip of my brain.
You know what's funny to me is when he said he was 60 years old, all the panel thought he was capping.
Yeah, I think so too.
You don't think he's 60 either?
I don't know, honestly. And if he is, actually, I did have a guess, but you like totally knocked me down. I thought it was Uncle Charlie. I don't know his actual name, but he's a soul singer, R&B singer, and his name is Charlie something.
Hold on. That's why. Okay, hold on. Let me go look it up. You know me. We gonna go to the Google machine.
The Google machine.
You said Uncle Charlie? Who?
That's what people call him. That's what.
That's actually his name is Uncle Charlie.
Oh, that's really his name?
That's really his name.
No, his name is Charlie Wilson. That's what most people really know him by.
But he's 68.
I mean, either way, maybe he just wanted to take a little off his age. But I know he's kind of shaped like him.
All right, Cedric the Entertainer is 56, and I know Cedric.
Who's gonna add to their age?
He's not gonna add to his age. Heck.
I feel like I'm closer than you are.
You feel like you closer? Okay, all right, we'll see. We'll definitely see. I don't. Well, actually, we got to get it. he got to get off first.
Ooh, he's going the next time. He ain't got a chance.
All right. And then after RoboPine, who was left? That it?
That was it.
Okay, that was it. So let's talk about this. Now we're gonna get into real spoilers here. So the person that got eliminated was the snail.
The snail.
And I thought the snail got robbed, yo.
I mean, yeah, next to that raccoon, he should. I'm like, what? How could
I'm just gonna let y'all know.
I thought the snail would at least have one or more episodes.
Y'all have to hear that for at least another week. But I seriously thought that the raccoon was out of there. Yeah.
I was very disappointed because I was like, I don't want to hear that again. I really don't.
So the snail got eliminated, and then they did the demasking, and the top hat from the snail actually came off. And I was like, what is going on?
Everybody was like that. They're like, there's no one there.
Yeah. And then out pops
green little hands.
Kermit the Frog.
I'm mad that I didn't give a solid confirmation that I thought it was Kermit the Frog, because I was like, that sounds like Kermit the Frog.
First of all,
I was like, is it the guy who plays Kermit the Frog? Nobody knows what he looks like.
Who's gonna guess Kermit the freaking Frog?
I don't know. I'm just mad because I should have just guessed it, because I'm like, why can't it be? They have Muppets on all kinds of stuff, so why can't Kermit the Frog be inside another daggone Muppet?
That's a good point. It's just something that I don't think anybody was going to guess.
We were thrown through a loop.
Yep. So, yeah, that's Masked Singer for right now. That's episode 1. We may or may not talk about it next week.
We might.
We probably will.
We
might have to add. We might just have to do a Masked Singer segment, just because Masked Singer kind of dominates what we talk about, just so we can get something else in the co-op segment.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I know the week after that we'll have something else to talk about, but this next week it might just be the Masked Singer again.
All right. Well, we're actually going to move on. We're actually going to circle back to Release Radar. Now, we're not going to do this segment. It's not an every week segment. Mm-hmm. Just Ashley actually had something she wanted to talk about and she forgot was coming out this month.
Yeah, something flew under the radar.
I see what you did there. All right. So, Ashley, take it away.
All right. So, on the Release Radar is a game called It Takes Two.
Mm-hmm. Now, who is this by?
It is by Hazel Light Studios, which is also the makers of Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, and A Way Out.
Yeah.
Both games I played. One I played with you.
Mm-hmm. Haze Light Studios, I'm actually surprised that they have games that we have been playing and haven't really been paying attention to.
Yeah, I had no idea that they made Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, and A Way Out. I would not have guessed that. Yeah. I just wouldn't. I didn't, and I wouldn't. But either way, they have a new game called It Takes Two coming out March 26th. Mm-hmm. It starts with a married couple, Cody and May, in turmoil, and their daughter is upset about it.
Okay.
Her parents are magically turned into the daughter's yarn dolls.
Oh, I knew they got turned into something. I didn't think it was their yarn dolls, though.
Yeah, like when you watch the trailer, you can see the little girl like playing with those dolls that they eventually turn into.
Okay.
Yeah. So they have to basically mend their relationship with the help of a magical book that goes by the name of Mr. Hackham.
Okay.
In order for them to turn back into their normal selves again.
Interesting. So now here's the thing, y'all. We're going to do something a little different, and we're going to make the announcement right now. Yeah, we're gonna stream this when it comes out on the 26th. Yes, day and date when It Takes Two comes out. We're gonna stream this. As of right now, we're planning on streaming on YouTube. If it changes, we will let you know.
Yes, we've been going back and forth between Twitch and YouTube.
We do have a Twitch account already set up and ready to go. But just the Twitch landscape and the YouTube landscape are two different places. So if we're going to set up for Twitch, we just have to take care of some other stuff to do that.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But we're definitely going to be streaming that. And then in the next couple of weeks, you'll probably see us streaming something here and there just to do some tests.
Yeah. We want to try out doing some live streams. It'll be Interesting.
Yep. I'll actually make up my hair and be on camera.
We gonna be on camera?
Yeah.
We gonna be on camera? I thought we were just gonna do the whole thing where we just stream and we have just like
We're gonna be on camera.
voices with nobody.
No, we'll be on camera.
Okay.
All right.
It's gonna be interesting, y'all.
So that was Ash's update for Release Radar. We're going to move on to last week in nerd news.
Jacob, what you got?
We got a lot.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
We have a lot to go over, so we're going to try to make this as quick as possible. It just seems like right now, just the landscape in general is just popping off.
Yeah.
Which for us is a great thing. Like, we love having stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
All right, so first things up. If you tried to watch Tom and Jerry on HBO Max, you might have accidentally watched the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, like, well, listen, the only reason it made the docket because as parents, if this would have been one of our children and it happened to, I would have been mad. Now, we're very good about like gating and seeing what Cadence watches and still making sure like that everything is behind X and Y. You know what I mean? Like we used like the Nintendo Switch parental controls and stuff like that. And then even then, you know, we still like don't let her take stuff up to her room. But for something just to come on when you actually just clicked it and you know like, oh mom, can I watch Tom? Yeah, baby, you can watch the Tom and Jerry movie. And it is like Justice League.
I mean, did the beginning of Justice League have some crazy stuff in it?
It's a hard PG-13 movie. You know, it's the same reason why we don't allow our daughter to see any MCU movies right now. You know, like just some of it is just a little too much for her, in our opinion.
Yeah, she'd probably be afraid of some of the things.
And
that
Justice League is much darker than the MCU movies. Mm-hmm. It's one of those things. They did put out a statement and they said within minutes it was corrected. But I think it's just crazy that one adult show replaced a kid's show, you know?
It's not as bad as that one time when people took their kids to see a wiener party. Isn't that what it was called?
About Sausage Party?
Sausage Party?
Man, first of all,
it's not as bad.
People took their kids to go see that and Deadpool. Like what? And then they were mad like, this movie is not for children. It's rated R.
I don't understand how Deadpool is something that you would take your child to see.
Because they've seen a lot of Marvel movies and X-Men.
I mean,
it's the same thing what happened when they took their kids to go see Logan and they were mad because it was rated R.
They're not really for kids.
No,
I mean, Fortnite's more for them for them than MCU.
Fortnite it's kind of weird because Fortnite does have a lot of skins that come from mature mediums, you know what I mean? So they got like the Terminator skin, Walking Dead, Halo, God of War is
Alien
on there.
versus Predator.
Yeah, Alien and Predator. Like they have a lot of mature things, but it's a kid's game, no blood. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's interesting how to like toe the line and where stuff comes from. Mm-hmm. But it was fixed, and obviously it was only within minutes that it was fixed. So it was just something that was crazy that happened. The next thing I actually wanted to talk about
it's actually an announcement.
It's not an announcement per se, just more information.
I guess so.
It was announced in December, but Ashley saw it on IGN, right?
Yeah, a couple days ago. The game Cozy Grove is coming to systems near you at some point in time. When? I don't know.
That is so much information, Ashley. What am I going to do with it?
This is what I'm going to tell you. Cozy Grove is a pretty interesting game, okay?
Okay.
It is kind of like a mixture between Animal Crossing and I realize Spiritfarer.
Okay. And a little bit of Don't Starve the graphics.
Only for the art style. Don't Starve. Because I don't think there's a lot of survival.
Yeah, it is.
There's you doing stuff, but I don't think you're trying to survive from like dying.
Well, yeah, I'm saying in terms of like the crafting, I feel like it's a little bit more crafting than Animal Crossing.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Because it has farming and all that as well. It's basically everything I wanted Animal Crossing to be, and it's not. You get more in-depth relationships with the other characters, which so happen to be ghosts.
Okay.
And then you basically help them solve their issues or whatever. And I think you're helping them solve their issues to like move on as ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very similar to Spiritfarer, and I'm kind of interested in seeing if it's going to be any good. It seems like it is, but I'll have to wait and see.
Okay. All right. And next up on the news docket. Now, this is a real announcement. Roots of Pacha was announced. It is actually described it as Stardew Valley meets cavemen. I feel like it's a little more than that because I feel like there's some fantastical elements to it. But I know the thing that got me is that you can upgrade and you have not only other citizens working with you to build up your culture, civilization, but you can also play multiplayer. So it's another co-op title. I think in one moment they upgraded their agriculture to do, oh my goodness, what is the thing called where they put the water in the little ducks? I know, right?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember. It's like a watering system, right?
Yeah.
But I don't remember what it's called.
Oh man, I am getting so flamed right now. I'm searching.
Do you know when it's coming out?
Irrigation. So they had irrigation where you could do irrigation canals. So it literally like you would put water in one channel and it would water like a whole bunch of the farm.
That's cool.
It was really cool. So you can do different advancements, and then they showed like a ton of exploration, and it seemed like you could go to areas and do stuff. Plus you can have children, and it's actually on Kickstarter now. We're going to put the...
Oh, wait. So it's just on Kickstarter?
No. Hold on now. I hear what you're saying. You can actually back it now, and you can get I think you get in the alpha right now, I believe. Okay, so at the $75 tier, now we're not backers or anything. We're just literally just giving you information. At the $75 tier, as soon as the Kickstarter is over, you get to test the game with access to alpha builds every 8 weeks, starting as soon as the Kickstarter ends. And they said, while you wait, cook something from the ancient Pacha cookbook that has been in our family for generations. So it looks to be an interesting game. I'm excited. Obviously, with Kickstarters, if you're not familiar, Kickstarter is a way to crowdfund gaming. It's really crowdfund anything. But you have to take it with a grain of salt, and you have to be a little bit careful just because sometimes projects may not be met, and a lot of projects are done with the best of intentions. But that being said, it does look cool. The fact that they have a trailer, the fact that they have gameplay, all that other stuff, it definitely looks like it's going to be a very, very cool game.
I have a love-hate relationship with Kickstarters.
Well, why is that? Because you've never funded one ever.
Actually, I have. Toe Jam and Earl.
Huh?
Toe Jam and Earl.
Oh, yeah. See, those are the ones that you have to be more worried about. The big name ones.
It happened.
It does, but his Mighty Number 9 had the same issue. It was done by the Mega Man creator and a bunch of people back there. As a matter of fact, I think even the Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, the Castlevania one, I don't know if they did have some, but like those kind of ones, you got to be a little careful about. The ones with like a lot more nostalgia and,
I don't know. I just don't like waiting for things to come. I want an announcement. I thought this was an announcement that was like, it has a release date.
It is slated for April of next year.
Ugh, it's so far.
I mean, again, if you want to get in now.
You said you had a real announcement.
It is a real announcement. If you want to get in now, it's alpha access.
I guess so.
Again, you have to learn
how to gambling.
It's not that bad. You just have to learn how to navigate the landscape. It's not investing because you don't get a kickback. It's basically you enjoy what they're doing and you want to support it in hopes that it comes out. Now, you could do a Kickstarter and you could get nothing, and there's nothing you can do. But like with me back in Marvel United or Radlands, like you back that stuff and you have to trust the companies that you're working with and check the pedigree of them and then go from there.
I guess so.
So, but yeah, so that's Roots of Pacha. And again, even if you don't back the Kickstarter, the game's coming out. and it's just something to look forward to down the road. Either way, you gotta wait.
I saw someone on the IGN comments, and they were just basically talking about how they're tired of companies just like putting out a like far ahead trailer for a game and then getting everybody psyched up for it, and then it might just be garbage or something. They're like, why don't you just do that stuff like a month or two before the game is set to release and release it?
I'm gonna tell you why, because that's not how our brains are wired. When we see this game, Roots of Pacha, it is now in our brain. So when we see it before it comes out, we're gonna be like, oh yeah, I've been waiting for this game. And it hits you because you've been waiting. Now, you're gonna put it in the back of your mind, and your back of your mind's gonna store it and put it in the little marble for your little,
Marble?
Yeah, from what's that thing called? Not happy. What that thing is called? With the 5 emotions? On the console. What? The Disney movie. Bing bong, bing bong.
Oh my gosh. You just started saying bing bong, bing bong.
You knew what I was talking about, though. You knew what I was talking about, didn't you?
You just talking. You just saying words like, like the little emotions and this and bing bong, bing bong. I'm like, what?
You knew exactly what I was talking about. Anyway,
I still don't remember what that movie is called.
But that's what's going to happen. It's going to go into your long-term memory, and then eventually it's going to come back. It's going to come back to you.
Yep, the ball is going to bring it back to me, you guys inside my head.
Okay, so we're going to move on to the next item on our docket. This is a two-parter. So, Ashley, Bethesda officially joined Xbox. Officially, like the Xbox said, the purchase has been officially completed, and they have added 20 Bethesda games to Game Pass.
I know.
20.
I heard.
I mean, you heard, but we're telling the people out there.
I saw it.
That's a lot. 20 games?
I don't know all the Bethesda games.
I mean, you don't have to. You know the Elder Scrolls and the Fallout.
Oh, Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
That's that game you've always wanted me to play.
Yeah. So, now, because of that, Phil Spencer found out, we pulled this from Eurogamer. Again, we're going to try to put links down below. He finally broke the silence on whether or not Bethesda will be exclusive or if it will be coming to other consoles. Because remember, up until this point, Bethesda has produced games on everything, right?
Yep.
He was speaking at their Xbox and Bethesda roundtable, and he basically was saying that he can see it in the community. He's like, I listened to the podcast and all the questions, he said, and then he was like, so I'm going to try to be as clear as I can because I think it is fair. Now, he said, obviously, I can't sit here and say every Bethesda game is an Xbox exclusive because we know that's not true. There's contractual obligations that we're going to see through, which is important, which basically means anything that's slated to come out to PS5, to Nintendo Switch even, that's going to happen. And then he said we have games that exist on other platforms, and we're going to go and support those games on the platforms they're on. So like your Deathloop. There's communities of players. We love those communities, and we'll continue to invest in them. And even in the future, there might be either contractual things or legacy on different platforms that we'll go do. He said, but if you're an Xbox customer, the thing I want you to know is this is about delivering great exclusive games for you that ship on platforms where Game Pass exists.
All right. So, I mean, technically it's not exclusive because Game Pass exists on the PC. So,
but that's still Microsoft ecosystem.
I guess so.
And that is huge. So basically what that means is you're going to see the PlayStation and the Switch eventually locked out of PlayStation games unless they come up with some kind of deal that brings Game Pass to those systems. And the possibility of them getting Game Pass on those systems is very, very, very slim.
That's sad. And I mean, I'm kind of excited about it because I'm going to be getting a new PC soon, or a laptop.
Yeah.
So I might just join into that Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah. Actually, that brings me to, I had something I wanted to tell you earlier, and I'm going to make it plain on this show.
He's going to make it plain
right now. first next gen system that I'm getting is going to be an Xbox One Series X.
That's what you want to tell me?
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
I mean, I know you don't really care.
But
when
he's backstabbing his main system PlayStation. Yeah, piece of crap. You're trash.
Here's the thing. It doesn't mean that we're not going to get a PS5. Like, it really doesn't.
I really like that PS5.
Oh yeah, that's right. So let's take a quick break from last week in Nerd News. Ashley and I got to play a little bit of PS5. Mm-hmm. Just a little bit.
Just a little. I didn't actually play. I just watched.
Well, you got to experience the DualSense triggers.
Yeah, I pressed some buttons.
And then I gave the game to my daughter and then let her play because
she loved it.
I'm a parent now, so apparently that's my life. New system, daughter sitting like, I felt bad. I was like, I can't just be sitting here playing the new system, and she wants to play the hotness. So she played Astro's Playroom. Uh-huh. But the DualSense, the adaptive triggers is probably one of the most fascinating gaming improvements in a while.
Yeah, it like put Nintendo Switch on like speed, like.
Yeah, I mean, and they still have the tactile rumble that Nintendo Switch has, where you can literally, it feels like something's in the controller.
To me, it seems so much stronger than the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, and I mean that's just probably because
it's just in a controller. Instead
they designed the one controller instead of the Joy-Cons.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we played the PS5. Here's the thing, y'all. We did not own an Xbox One.
I haven't owned an Xbox since. The first Xbox what?
Just the Xbox.
Just the Xbox.
I think original Xbox.
Might have been just the Xbox.
That's crazy because I did have a 360. I had a beautiful Halo Reach 360.
Mm-hmm. My nephew had an Xbox 360, so I kind of played that there.
Okay. So, but we haven't played Xbox One, and combined with their Game Pass, it is one of the smartest investments that you could do if you're just going to be if you're just going to play their games. Mm-hmm. And the games that they have coming out this year are also going to be on their Game Pass. Yeah.
I mean, when we went through the list, there were some games that I'm like, I mean, if I get this, I will probably get my money's worth.
They have over 500 games right now.
Yeah.
In between. Well, now they say 500. I think it's like over 200 because some of the games were listed twice.
Yeah.
But still, that's still a lot of games from what we were seeing. And then it goes between, when you get the ultimate one, it goes in between the console and PC, and it still gives you your gold too.
Gold?
What's it called? I don't remember what it's called. Xbox Gold?
I don't know what
Xbox Live Gold, your Gold Pass, basically so you can play online.
Oh, okay.
So all of that is included.
Oh.
And if you just pay it monthly, that's $180 a year, but that's the price of three $60 games.
I like saving $60, so
I know I'm saying if you buy it like all up front, it's $180, which is the price of three $60 games.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But you might as well just save the $60 and pay the $120.
Well, it's not actually $120. I was trying to find. I couldn't find the specific deal.
How much is it?
The Game Pass that I found was not the Game Pass Ultimate. It was like the basic Game Pass.
You got me all excited. I don't know if I want to buy it now.
$15 a month still ain't that much when you crack it down to.
I don't know if I want to pay
everything.
$180. I like the $120.
I mean, again, to be able to play, you can still get to play the Xbox games when the ones that are slated to come out later this year. Mm-hmm. You still get to play those at launch for free.
I guess it would be kind of nice though, because you have, if we get an Xbox and I'm on the PC, then we technically both have an Xbox.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's kind of nice.
It is.
We don't have to buy two systems.
Here's what's coming down exclusively. They got Adios, Artful Escape, Ascent Bitcon. There's a few games. I'm not going to go through all of them.
Okay.
So we're going to move on to the next topic on the list.
Netflix.
For all of you password sharing thieves from Netflix, I'm looking at you,
Jacob Holloway.
Leslie, looking at you.
Point her out like that. You did this.
Love you, Leslie.
We allowed it, so you can't sit there and point the fingers at her.
We pay on our side, though.
That's true.
So Netflix is actually doing a password sharing crackdown, but at the same time, it's also like them testing 2-factor authentication.
Oh.
So they're basically like, you need to live with the main account holder to do this. So obviously they're checking it through IPs and stuff like that. And then you basically they send a code to the main account holder. And then from there they send it back. So that's how they're doing it. So 2-factor authentication. It's interesting to see if they will really start cracking down hardcore, because Netflix password sharing is real, y'all.
I don't think it's that big of a deal.
No, it is. It's really...
I get that it's a big, people do it, but I don't think that the fact that people do it is that big of a deal. I'm like, y'all are a, multi-million? Are they more than that? Company? They making their money?
Multi-billion.
Exactly.
Multi-million.
They're making their money.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah,
just let people be happy.
Yeah, but if you could
share.
make more money, then that's how businesses are. That's how they are wired. It's like
sharing is caring. That's what they need to learn.
Yeah. Obviously, we share in certain situations. And we're not out there sharing with like 12 people.
Yeah, no, I would never, ever.
No, it's insane.
I ain't got that time.
No.
I'm like, I need you to get off my account so I can watch something, please.
Right. So they're cracking down. It'll be interesting to see if this is just a test, if this is just to get 2-factor authentication going, or if this is going to be a long-term type of deal.
Okay.
So we're going to move on to the next item on the docket. Magic the Gathering announces Universes Beyond.
What's that?
Okay, so Universes Beyond, basically they've done some stuff in the past where they've done Transformers, My Little Pony. They've done The Walking Dead. What?
You said My Little Pony.
No, for real, they really have.
They did actual cards for My Little Pony?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Now they're silver bordered, so they're not legal.
Oh, that sucks.
Exactly. So what they're doing now with the Walking Dead cards, they're basically going to grandfather them into it, but basically they're going to expand out into other universes.
That is kind of cool. That's cool.
Now here's the thing. They're not going to be standard legal.
What do you mean?
So you can't play these in standard.
I don't play standard. So.
Exactly. Commander players, what's up, y'all? So you can
play them in, what do you call them? When you're
vintage and legacy, I think.
No, like when you're going against people in a contest. I forget what you call that
competition.
Thing.
Yeah, there'll be black bordered. So if you're doing like Commander, as long as it's black bordered, it's fine.
Okay, cool. But what about the ones that are grandfathered in? They're not black bordered. Yes,
they're still going to be black bordered, and they may. I think they were kind of alluding that they may reprint them.
Well, you saying they're going to be black bordered, but what if people already have the cards that aren't black bordered? Will they be able to play those?
The Walking Dead cards, they're black bordered.
No, I'm talking about the ones that they have done in the past.
They're silver bordered card. I don't think they've ever brought a silver bordered card 100% exactly as it was, name and everything, to black bordered.
Well, I'm just curious because you said it was going to be grandfathered in, so I thought people who owned the silvers already wouldn't have to go and buy them.
Only
again.
The Walking Dead is being grandfathered into Universes Beyond. It does. I've always, because the Transformer the Transformer one, because they have this one that does, it's like dinosaurs, vehicles, and something else. It's really cool, the Commander.
Okay.
But so I'm a
you
little,
have that one?
Oh, what? No.
Oh.
I was going to get it for you for a gift, but I can never lock it down. So they made Grimlock Dinobot Leader. One red, green, and a white. It says dinosaurs, vehicles, and other Transformers creatures you control get +2/+0. And then you can pay 2 and convert a Transformers toy you own to its other mode, and Grimlock Dinobot Leader becomes Grimlock Ferocious King.
This is just funny because you're saying all this stuff, and for the people who don't do Magic, you're just speaking a different language.
Michael's gonna put the card up. Ain't that right, Michael?
I mean, you can put the card up. They still could be like, huh?
Anyway, and then Grimlock Ferocious King is an 8/8 with trample, and then you pay 2 and convert a Transformer toy you own to its other mode, and then Grimlock goes back to his other form. But it's just a cool card. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's a flip card.
Yeah, it's a flip card. I'm pretty sure Grimlock is like money right now, even though he's silver bordered. Money. Let me see. Grimlock is Oh God!
Oh, that's a whole deck.
That's damaged.
That's a whole commander deck.
That's damaged.
$120.
This is
folks.
TCG player prices. Other than that, $245
for you people who sit there and talk about us nerds who play Magic. You see things like that, you like, dang, they just got stacks in those cards. Like, yes. Some decks are worth some serious money.
All right, we're gonna move on, but man, that's a lot of money. Last item on the news docket. We talked about this a couple episodes ago. The Devil is a part-timer, and we were sad because it did not have a season 2.
Nope.
And it got a season 2 announcement.
Finally, after almost 8 years.
Yay! Polygon has a good write-up, and again, we're going to leave the link in the description below if you want to see the article.
I'm telling you, that does not happen with animes. Like, if it goes that long, you usually don't ever see another season. Like, it's unusual.
Yeah. There's I think there's another anime actually getting a second season.
Really?
That's been on. Yeah, I can't remember what it is. I'll have to look it up for next week. But there's there's a few anime that have been getting some stuff announced, and I'm excited to see them.
Because some animes are just before their time. And then when people like that are in the time that it's happening, they blow it up enough to bring it back. And I like that. Like, because I'm like, sometimes people just aren't ready. They're just not ready to take in something that is actually brilliant.
Agreed. So, so The Devil is a Part-Timer 2, Season 2 is coming. And then that's it for the nerd news last week in nerd news.
No more nerd news.
That's no more nerd news.
We done with it.
Done. All right.
Done.
So we're going to move on to our main topic. This is actually, I'm going to change the title just a little bit here.
You are?
This is Ashley and Jacob's best board games for people getting into modern board games.
Yeah. Best board games.
We can say top 5.
We love them. We like them.
Top 5. Oh.
They're our top 5.
They are
like
our
they're
top
the
5.
ones that got us kind of basically into modern board gaming.
Yes. Now, if you've played Monopoly, Yahtzee, Life, Clue, Guess Who, Trouble, Connect 4, and Mousetrap, but you still want more, we got you. Or if you got somebody that's played all those and is bored, but they love board games, and they don't know about the modern board games,
one more technical rules,
we got you covered. Now, the games on this list, they're going to vary between a lot of different things.
Yeah.
We're going to save one particular game for the end, and that's a little more complicated than the rest. But other than that, these games are very straightforward rules, and they're a good introduction into the modern board games format.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. So the first game on our list, and I think this is a game that everybody should play.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites.
Hands down, bar none. It's the easiest to teach.
It's fun.
Called Ticket to Ride.
Ticket to Ride on a train.
I don't know the song. You can, but
that's not a song.
It's a Beatles song.
Huh?
Ticket to Ride is a Beatles song.
I don't know that song. That's one of the few Beatles songs I literally do not know.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know that.
Ticket to Ride. Yeah, song by the Beatles.
I don't know that song.
We'll have to listen to it after the show.
I'm so mad.
I know you like the Beatles person. You like all on the Beatles. Anyway, so what Ticket to Ride is, and there's different expansions. Ashley and I have the Europe expansion. Ticket to Ride Europe. It's not an expansion, actually. It's a standalone.
We do?
We have Ticket to Ride Europe.
We do?
Yes.
Where?
Upstairs.
Huh?
We have Ticket to Ride Europe.
Huh?
How many times I gotta say it?
Which one?
We have.
Did we buy it?
Yes, we
on
did.
top of the regular Ticket to Ride.
No, we got rid of the regular one because we had played that out.
I think you're wrong.
Okay.
Did we get that? I'm
Yes.
sorry. Maybe it's the fact, you know what? We did get that. I'm sorry, y'all. We actually have not played that game. Like, we've played it a lot. So much that we played it out. So we haven't played it in so long. I forgot that we got the Europe version.
That's exactly why we got Europe. We played Ticket to Ride, so basically we couldn't play it no more. It's always been really easy to teach. We have other games that we like a little better. But we're that's only because we're just tired. When I say we have been playing Ticket to Ride like 6 years strong.
Yeah, like since we got into it.
Like we literally have friends that had never played. Oh, Ticket to Ride, let's go. Oh, Ticket to Ride. Like we've played it out.
Yeah.
Giving it a break, we might buy it back. Europe is a different version of it, and it adds a couple different things that makes it a little more fun for us. But if you're going in, just get the base Ticket to Ride game.
Yes.
Now, what it is, you're in Pioneer America, and you're basically
Pioneer. It's like more like Industrial Revolution.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Because it's a train.
Yeah, you're right. So it's during the Industrial Revolution, and you control a train company, and you're fighting with different people to get the routes out. Get the routes out first. So what you do is kind of like. I'm not even gonna say what it's kind of like. Basically, what you're doing is you're trying to match colors to make a railroad. So if your railroad is 5 lengths long, then you need to match the color that's on the railroad to get it. If it's a gray, you can use any color. There's wilds, and then if say like me and Ashley need to go from New York City to Cleveland, right? If Ashley gets New York to Cleveland before I get New York to Cleveland, then I have to take another way around. So I might have to go like to Nashville, then up to Cleveland. But she has the straight route. So it's kind of got this where you're jockeying for position, and you don't want to leave too much time on the board, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. And you basically, when it comes to building your routes with different colors, you use cards. And every round you pick a card and you basically build up the route in your cards until you have all the colors you need. Like if you need 5 to get to New York to Cleveland, then you have to get 5 of the whatever color is on that route. If it's gray, you get you can do like whatever color you want.
Yep, I said that already.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
My bad. I'm
That's
sorry.
all right.
You were talking so fast. I was like, I don't know if we got everything. I'm confused. Anyways, but still, you talked about the cards. I didn't hear you mention the cards.
Yeah, I did. Well, I didn't say they were cards, but on your turn, you get to either draw cards or play routes.
Yeah.
That's
so basically you choose your route at the beginning of the game.
It's not that you're choosing your route. You're choosing it's kind of a route, but it's a longer cards. Route. It's a longer route than just the between the two cities route.
Yes, you get 2 cards and you choose the locations you have to go to and from.
In your opinion, what makes Ticket to Ride the perfect game for newbies?
It's one of the more simplistic modern board games that we play. Strategical. It's more of the more simplistic, because there are some that are complicated and add more things into it rather than just picking a card and matching things up.
Yep. Okay. So the next game that we're going to suggest is Sushi Go. I love this game. My younger cousins, I think they're at the time they were like 8 to 12.
Yeah.
They love.
They were over for like game. 2 days and tore up the cards.
That's because they played them so much. They played it so much.
It was funny.
Yes, basically Sushi Go is you're at a Japanese sushi bar, I guess it is. And so to simulate the sushi, if you ever been in a sushi bar or seen a sushi bar where the sushi's going around on the conveyor belt, that's basically what you're simulating. And so to do that, everybody takes a card and they pass it either to the right or to the left, depending on the round. And you basically take the cards and you get points based on the different setup. Now we have, Sushi Go Party?
Yeah, Sushi Go Party. I think that's just what it is. It's like Sushi Go Party, so it has like more cards to it, different ways to play the game.
Yeah, because it has set up for 2 players, 8 party. They have literally like, if you want to play with 8 players, because that was our thing with the original Sushi Go, is that we could only play with 4 players.
Yeah, we got too many friends and family to we always got to get like the party games that has the most people. Yeah,
and Ashley, what do you think makes Sushi Go a really good game? Like,
it's quick.
It is.
It's a quick game.
That is true.
It's simplistic as well as Ticket to Ride, but it is a fast game. It's kind of like you don't sit there and decide for too long on what you're gonna do.
Yep. So, as y'all are getting the stimulus checks this week and stuff, you're gonna get some board games. Maybe go pick up Sushi Go Party. Or just regular Sushi Go. But Sushi Go Party is the better of the two because it has different
supposed to be having parties right now, so.
Well, I like it because you can do it like if you're just you and your co-op partner, you know, you can just set it up for 2 players.
I don't know if I would play Sushi Go.
Oh,
with
we've
just
played 2 players. We've played it.
Me and you?
Oh, yeah, it's fun.
Did I black out?
Yeah. Well, we're not going to talk about it. Okay. Next game that we're going to suggest for you is a little game called Small World.
Small World. I love Small World because I used to tear Jacob up playing it.
What?
I literally beat him every time we played. He may have won one time out of like 10 times we played. This is not an exaggeration. It is the truth. I don't know why I could just strategize better than you in that game. It was just so great. I don't ever beat you in anything, but that game was great. He hated that game so much he made me trade it in for another game, y'all. I'm like, that's how much he hated that game because that's how much he lost.
Whoa, why are you telling all my business right now, though?
I can't wait until we get another one. I told you, I was like, I'm going to tell everybody. You just wait.
Wow, you just going to tell all the business.
I can't wait, though. I can't wait until we get the new one. They made a Small World World of Warcraft.
Yeah, World of Warcraft.
I want to get that.
Okay. Now, she's talked about all the stuff and how the games made her felt, but Small World is imagine Risk, but a whole lot quicker. Every game is random and it's not going to play like the last one. You basically combine a race with a trait, and then each race gets their own number of pieces, and you go out and you conquer pieces on the board, and then conversely, your opponents do the same, and you get points based on how many of your units are left on the I think it's how many spaces you have conquered, and stuff like that. And there's different bonuses that certain races or abilities get based on that. But Ashley, why are we recommending this one for the newbies out there?
Like you said, it's kind of like Risk. So if you've played Risk, you know, that's an original, you know, regular type board game before the kind of games that we have now today. Okay. So it's another version. It's a quick, I feel like it's a quicker version than Risk was. Risk, I heard that those games can go on forever.
Definitely. I think it's 30, 45 minutes, if that. Yeah.
So it's a quicker version. It's fun. It's fantastical. Like if you just like some fantasy, it's just a cool game to play.
Yeah. Okay. So that is Small World. The next game that we're going to talk about is a party game. So if you have like 8 to 10 people and they're just every time you playing with people, you just got 8 to 10 people, then you just try this game out. Yeah. This game is called The Resistance.
The Resistance. I said that pretty good.
You did. You said that pretty good. So what The Resistance is, it is a hidden roles game. So everybody is a part of a resistance movement. Okay. And in the resistance, there are spies.
Yes, I hate being a spy.
Now, I forget what it is. I think the spies win if they sabotage 3 missions.
Something like that. It depends on how many people you play with.
No, I think the number of sabotage is the same. I think it's either 2 missions or 3 missions. And the resistance wins basically if the spies don't. That's just how it works. So each round, there's a leader. The leader gives out the tokens. Basically, like he's choosing who's going on the mission. He or she is choosing who's going on the mission. Then once the mission tokens are passed out, voting ensues, and everybody chooses whether or not they agree with who's going on the mission or not. And then when the mission happens, it's silent voting.
Yes.
So basically, you choose between the mission passing or failing. If you're actually a part of the resistance, you just choose pass and that's it. But if you're part of the spies, you can either choose pass or you can fail. And it's one of those very simplistic games, but because of how competitive all of our friends are and everything else,
it's really fun.
It is. It's very fun. We have a lot of good arguments in that game.
It's a little stressful sometimes if you're a spy, though, because I'm like, I always feel like everyone can tell I'm lying, but then I'm lying really good. But then I'm like, they know.
I feel like you have never been a resistance person.
I always get. I mean, basically, almost every time I've been on the spy, and I'm like, I like the game because it's just so fun to play. Everybody's arguing and all this other stuff. But it's just kind of stressful for me because I tend to get the spy and I just got to be like, okay, I got to make everyone believe every word that's coming out of my mouth.
Yeah. Why is this a game that newbies should play?
It's a game that newbies should play if they like to, I guess, play with other people.
And fuss with your friends.
And act like you're somebody that you're not.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's just a fun, wacky game. Like it's really not serious. It's just silly.
It's a serious premise, but it's really not serious.
No.
So that is The Resistance.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to check that out with your stimmy check, go and grab The Resistance. But
Just
again,
keep saying that.
don't get that right now, because that's unless you got your vaccine, then go get it.
Yes, everyone.
Or if you
has
live
their
with 8
vaccine.
people, go get it.
Yeah.
I think the minimum on it, is 5 players. So the last game we're going to talk about, I think this is probably, of the early board games we got, I would say this might be our favorite.
It might have been like the third one we got, because we got Ticket to Ride, and I thought we got 5 Tribes after this.
I don't know. We really love this game. Let's talk about it. So this game is 5 Tribes, as Ashley said. Mm-hmm. This is a game where it's set in, it's set in like the Aladdin version of the Middle East.
I was about to say like the
that is
Arabian
Nights.
Nights.
That's actually what it's called. It's Arabian Nights. Thank you. So it's set in the Arabian Nights version of the Middle East. Mm-hmm. So you have the genies are called jinn, and things like that. You have basically it's glorified Mancala.
Yeah.
You pick up pieces, you drop them off, and then the last place that you drop the piece, then you do the thing.
And you get the pieces.
Yeah, you get pieces. You get to there's lots of different ways to get points. The thing that I like is that the board is different every time, because the board is actually set up. I think it's like 30 different pieces or 25 different pieces like that, different squares, and you basically set it up to create the board. So each game is different. Obviously, you're rolling meeples out of a bag and then just placing them down to play the game. It's a little more complicated. So if you do enjoy games like the Monopolies or the Risk, you know what I'm saying, like stuff where you're just like in the thick of it, and you have and you're ready for a few more rules, 5 Tribes is definitely for you. If you're a Mancala player, go and grab 5 Tribes right now.
A lot of people don't really know what Mancala is.
That's what I'm saying. If you know what Mancala is, that's
cool.
That's 5 Tribes is Mancala, but on crack.
Yeah, you basically win this game by gathering points, by laying different landscapes down and whatnot, or buildings down.
And then you can do palaces and oases. I forgot all that. I think my favorite part about 5 Tribes is you don't know who's winning until the game's over.
You sure don't. I'll be like, I just hope. I think I've gathered enough people.
I think it's the most balanced of the games that we have. The 2-player mode that they have is very sweet, because each player gets 2 tokens. So each round you go twice. And so you can bid for turn order and stuff like that. So it's a great game. It's a really great game.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it. It's a little more complicated, it is, but it's a fun game. It doesn't take too long. What, about 45 minutes?
I would say 45, maybe more closer to the hour.
Okay.
Depending on once you get used to it, your turn time will definitely go down.
Yeah, it gives you a little paper that comes with it, and it tells you how everything basically works in a very simplistic manner. Mm-hmm. So you always have that paper to kind of remind you what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that's standard for a lot of board games now, though.
I guess so.
Where they'll tell you they're like, here's a reminder paper, and they'll just
some games, not all games, but yeah.
Okay. Well, those are Ashley and Jacob's top 5 board games for people getting into modern board games.
Yeah, I love them.
I do too. I love board games.
I miss playing with my friends.
I do too. So for all my friends that are listening to this, my one friend,
we miss
you.
One person.
You. Huh?
I said one person. We miss you.
Yeah, we miss you. That's more than that. We got a couple.
You just said my one friend.
Yeah, that's more than that.
I was just going with it. Okay.
All right. All right. Well, that wraps up another episode. Before we get completely wrapped up, Ashley, anything you want to say to the people?
I feel like I had something to say.
You did? Did it just fall off your brain?
I think it had something to do with like and subscribe and hit that bell for the next time we have an episode up.
Well, this has been another episode of the Jacob and Ashley Show.
The Ashley and Jacob Show.
And we thank you so much for watching, and we hope that you have a great day.
Are we gonna be on camera?
No, we'll be on camera.
We gonna be on camera?
Yeah.
We gonna be on camera?
Yeah.
We gonna be on camera?
Yes.
Are we gonna be on camera?
You're so ridiculous.